1, 2, 3 floors that will look down into our backyard.
With dozens of builders looming high above her garden, Farm Cove resident Anne Moore says there's nowhere to hide.
They are allowed to work until 6 in the residential area, but they often keep going, and we all have to yell out, hey, time to go, because by then we've had enough. So we really want our privacy back for what little time we have it. They're here Monday to Saturday. My sister's room is curtains drawn because there are people building on the building site and there's no privacy.
The hammers and grinders are hard at work on a pair of 3-storey residential units, and they're right next door. Ms Moore worries the lack of privacy could be permanent once her new neighbours move in.
The fact that it looks right into our home and right into our property. We've got a spa pool, there's 2 or 3 swimming pools in the surrounding area that they now look down on all of us. Bang, bang, bang all day, and then cranes arrive and wood arrives and away they go. We could see the ocean. I'll see the sea, which is now gone.
Another neighbour, Lisa Ann Roy, says the new building towers over her property and blocks the sun.
The impact's been absolutely huge. We have an immune-compromised child, and taking all the sunlight away from the bedroom side of the house, going up 11 metres, it's just horrific.
The development in Farm Cove was allowed by the central government's medium-density residential standards, introduced in 2022 and permitting 3-storey buildings on most city properties. Contractors at the site on Bramley Drive had just broken ground when Auckland Council pulled out of those standards as part of an agreement with the government following the 2023 floods. That change limited new builds in Farm Cove to 2 floors, but the development had already been consented for 3. Anne Moore says construction should stop and is campaigning for the council to step in.
I keep getting emails saying that, he had a building consent, he got it under the MDRS, and so they're not going to enforce it because he was given that at the time. Well, that's all very well, but those rules don't apply anymore.
But Auckland Council's head of resource consents, James Hassel, said the development could go ahead despite the recent changes. His written statement has been voiced.
The government's investigating changes to help remedy the situation. This has allowed Auckland Council to issue formal notices to affected consent holders, confirming they can rely on their existing consents and continue with their developments while a permanent fix is investigated.
The developers declined RNZ's interview request, but reiterated that the council had given them permission to continue, and continue it has. Contractors have already erected the frame of the 3rd floor, and the shape of the building is coming into view.
Most days it's above what it should be, depending on the time of day, but we've had some terribly noisy days, and we've called noise control, but noise control have a funny system, and by the time they actually get out here, it's stopped. I go to the office a little bit now because I just can't stand it anymore.
In an election year, she says National risks losing support in East Auckland.
This area is a big stronghold for a certain party, and so, people are outraged.
Anne Moore says her community feels burned and fears others may be put in a similar position.